All right, Capricorn, welcome in. This is your reading for the last couple weeks of October. I hope you're doing great. Let's see what's going on for you. Before I start my readings, I usually do a little card pull with different decks that I'm going to use in the reading just to get a sense of thematic um, energy. And yours is definitely one of the most interesting ones I've seen. It really is a time to leave behind an old way of living that doesn't work for you anymore. And that may be something that is a long term life choice that now needs to be closed out. All right, so let's see what we get when we look at this deck. We have Pluto at 29 degrees, so it's transiting your sign of Capricorn. It's moving into Aquarius for good for the next 20 years next month, November 19th, November 20th, depending on where you are on the planet. So let's take a look what wants to come through the reading for you today, Capricorn. Wow. All right, full moon. We just had a very powerful full moon in Aries. That just happened. That was a big trigger for a lot of people to let go of anything that's disempowering to them, to themselves. Really let go of that kind of stuff. Let's see what else wants to come in. Guides. Whoo, baby. Protection. Wow. I got that one in my morning meeting. Yes, with my guides this morning. Home. Yeah. Okay. Some of you may be in a situation that has come full circle, has come to its natural conclusion. And I feel like if that's what's going on, if you're feeling like something is just, closing down very naturally, go with it. Don't fight it. All right, don't fight it. 29 degrees of Capricorn is a very shamanic degree. It is something that shows us the way toward the future. And if we're resisting it, if we're resisting letting go of something, either because it disempowered us or because it empowered us, either way, like, I don't want to let go of that. That's where I had my power. I don't want to let go of this connection because, I got to do whatever I want. Or I'm afraid to let go of this because will I be successful without it in some way, shape, or form? So let's see what's in your reading right now. All right. Yeah. 3 of Wands. This is like about looking to the future, the expectations of the future. What are they? 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 4 of Wands. I got that card for you. I really feel like some of you are going to be moving. Okay. Going to be moving on from a partner or for a long-term relationship, physically moving. Some of you have been holding on to this for a really long time, even though you've wanted things to change. It's like you have to finally come to the awareness that it's doing more damage than good for you. It might have been either financially stable or there might be a really good circle of friends, or you love your house or something like that. But this really actually is going to show itself to be much more detrimental to you than you think. And I feel like it's reflected. It can might just be for a few of you, but for some of you, it's reflected in a twin flame or a third party kind of situation. Third parties can be addictive behaviors. Okay. And Saturn rules you. So whatever's been showing up long term, at least 4 years. This is not a new relationship that's just shown up. This is something that's been in your life for a long time. And 4 years isn't that long in the grand scheme of things, especially if you're at your second Saturn return, meaning you have Saturn in Pisces. And that means Saturn has come back around to Pisces. Saturn's in Pisces right now. Neptune's in Pisces right now. All right, I'll talk more about that as we get through here. The 9 of Cups, the Strength card, the 8 of Pentacles. Wow, there's your card. The Devil card, the 2 of Cups. Wow, the Death card, King of Wands, Leo energy. Leo, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio. Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I feel like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot. And some of you could have a new love blossoming or a new opportunity blossoming. Just think of its opportunity, because it can be like, oh, I was in this group of people and I was really a leader and everybody it was comfortable for me. And now I'm kind of growing and I'm changing and those friends are falling away and I'm finding a new tribe. Like, try not to hold on to the old one. All right. Some of you, this could be in a primary long-term marriage or long-term career, something that you have cultivated for a long time that isn't going to survive Pluto moving into Aquarius. I'm just going to say it like that, okay? It's not going to survive because you are changing in a big way. And you might not have seen how much you've changed over the last 15 years since Pluto's been in your sign of Capricorn, but I urge you, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, let you have journaled what's been going on, because it's very easy to look back and go, yeah, well, I was a person 15 years younger. I was in my 30s and now I'm 50 or I'm early 50s. Like, that's a massive change in our lifetime. 15 years, a kid has grown up and gone to college in that time. Like, yeah, people change in that time. So it's not like, woo, that's life-shattering information, Mary Jo. But what I am saying to you is you're going to see that how you have changed requires a new courage in you. To be who you are is going to require a new courage. So this can just be like, okay, 20 years ago, I married my college sweetheart and we had our 4 kids or 3 kids or 2 kids or whatever it is. And like, that's coming to a close because you can't see the other side of it. You cannot imagine this relationship without the children or without the parents, your parents, their parents. Maybe your parents have passed away, their parents have passed away. Like, lots of stuff has really radically changed over the last 15 years. And I'm getting here that some of you may have had built some kind of shadow life. And it's been so incremental that you don't see that really is you. You're still thinking that, no, I am this person that's in this very traditional relationship, and that is, but here you are watching tarot. Maybe 15 years ago, would you have done that? I don't know. But like, what are you seeking, right? And if you have been in some kind of situation this month where you got some kind of blast of truth around your own needs and recognizing that your needs are not really being met, that you are responsible for your own needs. And it's very, and that's not okay for you. If that feels okay for you, that's one thing. It feels not okay for you. It's kind of like, wow, I feel more alone in this connection than I would if I were alone, if I were on my own. Because it can be very lonely in a connection where there's no vulnerability, there's no growth, there's no any of that. So I'm getting the feeling that some of you are really wanting to branch out. In the future here, we have this new moon coming up in Scorpio that's happening on November 1st. I will be doing more about that. We have Mars opposite Pluto at that time. Mars in opposition to Pluto is a action or a reaction to something that's going on. Mars is the god of war, and Mars was the traditional ruler of death, the death card of Scorpio, and the modern ruler is Pluto. So what is this change or transformation here? It's like out in the open, this looks good on paper, but behind the scenes, All right, so what's the death card here? Talk to me about the change and transformation. King of Cups. I feel like you're reawakening your heart. Somebody has reawakened your heart. That's how you know. Oh, someone has, you might have recently fallen in love outside of your partnership. You might have recently fallen in love with a career path outside of what you're doing and been like voraciously reading about it and studying about it. You may be drawn to a completely different kind of life. You may be wanting to travel and you have never really traveled internationally before. You may want to do that. I feel like your heart is coming alive again. The King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. I just feel like you think it's too much trouble or too much problem to go from where you are now to where you want to be. It would cause other people a lot of pain. It might cause you a lot of pain. It might cost a lot of money. It might cost you a lot of money to another person. You might be much more aligned with a codependent kind of ecosphere, right, in your relationship currently, or in a single kind of situation where you're like, nope, I'm good. I don't want anybody in my life. And then falling in love and being like, what? Okay. You might feel like, oh, wow, am I too old for this? Or is this something that is coming along? I feel like it's coming along right at the right time. Two of Cups to make this shift. Eight of Cups, new path. Knight of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Yeah, you've already been talking to this person. Whoever this reading is for, this is a very purposeful soulmate coming in. I feel like you already have this inkling. Even if a person hasn't appeared on your radar yet, they're coming in. You might dream about them, or you might feel a certain way that you haven't felt in a long time. One of the things that I feel like you're going to put a barrier up, especially if you're already in a marriage, it's too much, too time consuming, too expensive. I'm a grown up. I'm not going to do that now at this late stage of my life, or, wow, I've only been in this marriage 4 or 5 years and already I'm wanting to bail or something like that, or this career path just isn't for me anymore. It's almost like going to be a sudden shift. And because we're so used to Pluto in Capricorn, this like slow, grinding, transformational energy, this is going to be like, whoo! Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. The new path just appears. It could have appeared in this full moon in Aries. This Knight of Pentacles, this is Virgo energy, and this says it must be useful or practical. There must be something about it. Can't just be about my happiness. That's not good enough. And I feel like if you're telling yourself that lie, that you don't matter, that's part of this karmic lesson. Okay, so let's keep going. I will talk more about November 1st as we get there. And I'll talk more about that Pluto opposition to Mars, and we'll see where we go for you. I'll talk about the parts of your life that are going to be impacted. All right, link is below if you want to continue on, Capricorn. I will see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.